Have you ever been serious about a guy but wasn't really sure if he was serious about you and your relationship? If so, then you are absolutely not alone. This is one of the most requested videos that I get from you sexy single ladies, which is how to know if a guy is actually serious about you in a relationship. Keep watching. What's up all you sexy single ladies? Adam LaDolce from sexyconfidence.com, where I help you create your love story. And I'm here to break some very, very bad news for you. Most relationships don't last very long. According to a recent study, 60% of couples who are together for less than 2 months were still together a year from now. So basically, the new guy that you're dating, if it's within the first 2 months of dating him, it's likely not going to work out. Then of course, once you make it to that first year, the chances of that relationship lasting for a longer time goes up significantly. So let me jump into those 5 signs that a guy is serious about a future with you so that you can invest your time and energy into the right places. Sign number 1 is that he is authentically very curious about you and who you are. So if you're in a new relationship with a guy and you're out with him, I want you to really get a feel for whether or not he is authentically listening to you and he's asking questions and he's really curious about your personality, your background, your desires, your values, your future, all of these things, versus is he just asking you questions to get laid? Or of course, maybe there's somewhere in between. I will say this, back in my 20s when I was not interested in a serious relationship, when I would go out with women, I wasn't really diving deep. I would try to keep it as surface level as possible because I really didn't want to give off this impression that I wanted something more. Sign number 2 is that he wants to spend quality time together. Look, if every time you meet up with this guy, it is at the nightclub or it's at some bar at 12 p.m. because he just finished drinking with all his buddies and was trying to meet other women, that is not quality time. On the other hand, if he is inviting you to a park or spending time with you during the day or even just taking you out to a nice dinner with no strings attached and he's not just always trying to get you back to his place, then I would consider that to be quality time spent together. This stuff really matters. Sign number 3 is that he asks your opinion about things going on in his life. Once you're in a healthy relationship, really your partner should become ultimately your most trusted advisor. And as a guy gets more serious with a woman, he's going to come to you with the that's going on in his life and he's going to ask your thoughts on how he should deal with it. By the way, the same thing goes for you. If you're in a new relationship or of course a long-term relationship, you should also be going to him with questions and asking his opinion on how you should deal with things in your life. This is why a great relationship makes you a better person. Sign number 4 is that he's honest and willing to have very difficult conversations with you. When people lie in a relationship, whether they know it or not, that is really a short-term focus because you can't continuously lie in a relationship and expect it to work out in the long term. However, if you're with a guy who is more mature and he is focused on the future and really building a life with someone, he will have a real honest, open dialogue with you. If he f***s up or does something that you don't want him to do and he does it anyways, and he realizes he makes a mistake, he'll have an honest dialogue with you because he's willing to take that short-term hit, that short-term feedback and that pain and that fight in order to be with you in the long term. Relationships are really difficult, especially when there's conflict, and the best thing you can be looking for is a guy who can just be straight with you. And finally, sign number 5 is that you're both slowly combining your lives together. As a relationship becomes more serious, you kind of go from having these 2 very separate, distinct lives. Social lives where you're living, where you spend your time, what did you like to do for fun. But as the relationship gets more serious, your lives really do combine. So there you have it, there are the 5 signs, and I wanna ask you, have you ever been in a long-term relationship with a guy who didn't display any of these signs? How did it go? Leave a comment right there below. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Also subscribe or follow if you're watching us on Instagram. And finally, if you are ready to get out there and meet the guy that you truly deserve, head on over to sexyconfidence.com where we have a ton of resources that will help you through every single stage of dating, from finding love to keeping love to overcoming heartbreak to even building an attractive lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching. I'll speak to you, you sexy single lady, next week. Bye-bye.